Good evening. This is Jay.
And it's Shay.
And welcome to 3.
Just no, pause. Just 4 is still low, you know. But sometimes, just sometimes, 3 is free.
Sometimes when they pull up with only 3, it is how to be enough for no.
I mean, but it's really up to them, eh? But
Yeah.
sometimes you might just pull up with 3 and what you know. Like,
Sometimes, honestly, like, what did it say is not the size but the ocean in the motion. So,
it's not
motion in
the
ocean.
size of the boat. It is the motion in the ocean.
As a matter of fact, quality over quantity.
A lot of women going to disagree with what is being said. I just want to tell you that from jump.
Sometimes. Okay. Listen, folks. Good evening. You know there is a bug going around, and one of our guests unfortunately caught it. They caught it instead of it going by the boundary or any stand. They caught it.
Yeah.
So
that bug is supposed to leave that bug.
Yeah, you're supposed to leave that.
Let go for 4. That's okay.
However, we do have, like I said, quality over quantity. So we do have a quality guest.
Big
quality guest in the building.
Come
Please.
Period.
Ah.
You could continue. Let's stop for. Continue.
we have a lovely, talented
singer,
artist.
songwriter, recording artist.
Who else?
Model, dancer, general hot gal.
Don't forget cook, chef.
Oh, big up chef.
Pot, right?
Big up bubble pot boss.
We very bad. So we have Mila. How do you actually say this? Carib or Caribe?
Mila Caribe.
Caribe.
So Mila, as in melanin, and Caribe as in Caribbean. Yeah. It is real lovely tongue nice, I know.
Yes. So we're here tonight. First of all, let's just go around the court and ask everybody how they're doing. Shay, let's start with you.
Let's not.
It's
really
been one of those days, though.
It has been a lot of those days just compiled. Yeah. But I mean, you know, we move.
You know what I always say.
Yep.
Mila, how are you?
Well, I am blessed and I am highly favored.
Amen.
I am a product of my manifestations. And I am doing real nice.
Love to hear it.
And I'm going to try to follow it up. All right. Now we'll go with her. So it is, right?
Yeah.
Over this week, I saw an article. I mean, it pertains to the States. Right, I saw an article. The article said that about 64% of men between the ages of 19 to 29 are single, versus like something like 24% of women between that same age group is single. And the complaint is that these women are saying, yo, there are no financially or hardly any financially attractive men in this age bracket. And I want to find out from you all, do you think that applies to Trinidad and Tobago? Do you think we have another problem down here?
We are social media down here.
Yeah, we do, but
then absolutely yes. The same thing will happen.
So hold on, no. We're not saying if it would happen. We're asking if it happening now.
It happening. It is happening.
Let's ask. But is women who saying?
Well, all right.
Is women who saying that men are financially attractive in that age group, right? So we're gonna ask me like, what do you think about that statistic? Do you think that applies down here?
I think that that's a term that could be applied everywhere because, I mean, if you're realistic, between the ages of 19 to 26, 29, that's the age when you are literally figuring out what you want to do. And I don't know if the term financially attractive is a right term because it all depends on what is your attraction when it comes to finances, right? So if they had said, between the ages of 19 to 29, then a lot of men aren't financially stable or financially, then I'll be like, yeah, but it all depends on what is your level of attraction, because you said that study came from America.
Yes, it's done in the States. So,
right, America's standards is quite different from the rest of the world.
Very, very.
Yeah,
so they are living in a era where it's like they want big ballers, they want shot callers from the age of 19 to 29, and in Trinidad, between 19 to 29, we're not expecting y'all to be a big baller, shot caller.
Serious?
Like, yes,
No,
like,
for real,
yeah.
for real. And
I agree.
But like, that is the same thing in America as well. But again, because of social media, everything that is portrayed, or not everything, but most of the stuff highlighted is that lifestyle. So everybody's going to see the minority, whereas the majority is just the average man trying to figure it out, trying to hustle, trying to get up there. You understand?
I agree with that, but this is a scientific study. No, I don't know what the sample size is. Let me be real. When you do a scientific study,
It must
you
have
take a sample size, right?
Correct.
So their sample size might be a particular area, a particular state. They might not actually get a real opinion
Correct.
of what a real scope of the actual opinion that is on the ground. However, most of the people who react to this finding feels like it's true. And I would say they feel like it's true because I would say that what you as a man would go for is like the top tier best thing. Like a man gonna want to go for the most top tier best thing.
Right.
And you have to understand that the moment they experience that lifestyle from, I guess, a guy in his 30s, they're going to have that expectation maybe across the board. Which nothing is wrong with that. I ain't saying anything is wrong with that. No, you have to know to bat in a crease.
Then the demographic.
But then
the study covers is licks. Because
this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Like, so so the next question is it that if you were to talk to perhaps, I don't know, I don't want to say average looking women or unconventionally attractive women, maybe the whole statistic will flip?
Bro, to be very honest.
What do you think?
You ever watch the late Kevin Samuels? You ever took in any of his lives?
I took in some of his things.
And you realize that what we would consider or what we may deem as average, an average woman would still get on his life and want a man that is in the 1% or in the 0.5%. So I don't think even if we look at average women like that or go towards that it will change, is because the world is programmed in a way that that everybody want the best now. You understand?
I guess, Mila.
I have a question because
Sure.
I'm a pretty opinionated person.
Yeah,
I'm
we love that.
observant as well.
We love that.
So I know that you started off with one topic, but it's a conversation flow. So as you're on the topic of
Yeah.
average woman, I'm very curious as to what classifies an average woman, because
I said average looking, eh?
average looking, like what's
Again,
how-
subjective.
It is no.
right, so that's for you.
No, but let's not.
and-
But let's not be. No. Listen to me. Yeah. Let me make something very clear in the court. Nothing I have shared here so far is my opinion. Eh?
Yeah.
So let me make that clear. One and two. Let me not be naive now. We know who is the hot girl them, and we know who is not now. So we
Correct.
don't need to be naive about it. I am not in any position to say who bad looking or who not good looking, because who I might like, somebody else mightn't like.
Correct.
But
Again,
we all
subjective.
understand that we know scientifically that if Dwayne Bravo didn't slide in the DM, you're probably not a hot girl. So we
Scientifically.
know that's a scientific.
Scientific
somebody
fact.
got media training, ladies and gentlemen.
We know that is scientific. We know that is scientific, though. You understand? We know that one is scientific. But what I'm saying is like.
Wait, repeat yourself. Oh, no, I know.
You understand? So we know that is scientific evidence.
Yeah,
Big up Bravo. Same way.
Way.
Yeah, right? We know that is scientific evidence. But I'm saying that.
Just
No, hear me, right?
Bravo, I'm a slider. Do not answer that. I don't like how she posed. That's scared, man.
We don't need an answer.
I didn't say anything.
No, how she paused, I thought she was gonna answer.
Yeah, she paused. She
Well,
started
yeah,
think.
he, but I
She
know
started
that
think.
with you.
No. work together. We work together. Like,
Oh, for
I've
real?
been to his studio and I've written.
Oh
like,
yes,
yeah.
actually, I have seen that for real.
Yeah,
for real.
like,
Well,
yeah.
then
So
so
it's
then
not
also
in that
official
way.
she
It's
hot
all
girl.
respect and love.
So
for
official
sure.
she's a hot girl.
Big
then.
up,
So it's
big up the
official
hot girl. Come on, come on.
You understand? But okay. So you think about it is like I've said in the pod last week, right? I've always said that this whole idea that you have to be making a lot of money to talk to certain women, I do believe that's a real opinion. You know what I mean? What I mean is that I feel like that's one of the extreme
Again,
opinions that they
yeah,
share on
it's a-
social
it's a
media to kind of
extreme.
get people riled up, right?
Yeah.
But if we taking this into the arena of science, where women are saying, okay, they are earning a certain amount, and the men in that same age group are either A, not earning the amount they would like them to earn, or matching them. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of young men are opting out of a lot of things. School, they're opting out of school. They're opting out of, well, it's mainly like school and formal lines of education because, I mean, it just leads you into debt. And of course, let's be honest, as men, we understand that there are certain things that we don't have much wiggle room as men in certain areas, right?
Correct.
But to what I'm asking, we're going back to the question without rambling, right? I'm just saying that if there's truth to any of this, who are the ones saying this? Is it the super hot gals saying this, or like regular average women saying
Go
this?
back to the sample that they use.
No, what I'm asking, if I'm just saying this is now us giving like just this is us going into the realm of pure opinion. If there is any truth to this, who is saying that? Do you think it's like because come on, Mila, who you think is saying? Who you think would say?
I think it's something that across the board, boy. But go ahead, Mila.
You see, like, I'm trying to have like as much like input on the topic, but at the same time, I know myself and I judge a man's value on his qualities and like those type of stuff like that. So I
Yes.
consider to be a high
Well,
value
let's-
man.
What's the qualities?
Gosh, like what the qualities of a high value man?
No, we just
What
asked what's the
you
qualities
deem-
you deem
yeah,
a
What
high
I
what
deem as a
you-
high value man.
Correct.
Okay.
We ain't getting answer now.
No.
Let me
So I think like the level of ambition of a man, it determines how valuable he sees himself.
Right.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I think baseline is how. Oh God, I don't like being put on this spot like this, Jesus Christ.
that
but-
what the court is about. Order, you know?
Okay. So like, your level of ambition and the way that you present yourself. I don't believe that a high value man going and run down girls. I don't think that a high value man going to be in everybody DMs. A high value man, he picks and chooses who he associates himself with because he takes pride in his surroundings and he protects his energy. A high value man not going and go for a woman that, in my opinion, that is concerned about the financial status of him now. Like I personally just don't believe that because high value men like high value women and high value women not gonna be like, oh well, men from 19 to 26 not financially attractive. Like, of course they're not financially attractive.
Yeah.
Like they're figuring out
Mila,
themselves,
DMs gonna be
and
lit.
that's the age. Like, you see, your 20s, a lot of people are so preoccupied with achieving something that's not achievable. Your 20s are for growth. Your
Correct.
20s are for building. In your 30s, you're supposed to make the decision that you've been building on in your 20s. So everybody just have this unrealistic expectations of men and whatever. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you want to have,
Right.
and you should try to match the type of man that you want instead of expecting something like that's
And
how
I am so glad she brought that. You see that last point there? You see, because a lot of women tend to think that they deserve the best, but they're not bringing the best. You understand? And
Yeah.
that is licks. You can't want to tell a man he broke for not being able to afford something you cannot buy yourself. I find that is real licks.
Yeah. And apart from like finances also, like your qualities from within, a lot of like people, they require somebody that has temperance, but you don't have patience. You require someone who is kind, but you are not a kind person. And it's just like, expect what you expect from yourself is as simple. So from finances to attributes and all of these things, like, people need to focus on that instead of people pocket. Like, stop, like,
Again, social media, this feed
Right.
into
Yeah.
into
Right.
that lifestyle. So
Yeah.
And
so
I think-
if we getting programmed for that,
Yeah. And I think this is where I will actually share my personal opinion. Like I keep saying, and I keep telling men, you all need to talk to women in real life.
Correct.
For sure.
And you will understand that the extreme opinions that the algorithm shows you are not real opinions.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
And no, don't get me wrong, here's, you see, but there are so many sides to this discussion, right? There are many sides to this discussion. One of them is that, okay, so let's get to the point where the people who are living this lifestyle and what they portray it to be. You know what I mean? It's like you would see a girl probably one day, because I've seen it right in front of my eyes, where like a friend of mine left and she living life now. She pick up a man and living life now, like really living life. But we don't know the stipulations that comes with. And I think the worst part about this whole thing is that people are losing sight of what really relationships are about. Because that whole financially attractive thing, first of all, the notion that I need to be in a certain tax bracket to talk to somebody is crazy. But for example, you just said, hey, I find it crazy for a broke woman to expect a man with money. I have heard a lot of women say, why would a man say something like that? Like, why would you say something like that? Why would you not want to take care of a woman? Why would this bring to the table question?
Right.
Apparently to a lot of women is offensive. It's actually offensive.
So,
Mila, is this offensive to you? If a man actually asks you, which is our next great question, we go segue into that. If a man asks you, Mila, what do you bring to the table? Would you get offended by that?
You see, I don't know, because no man never asked me why I bring to the table. I think I don't show.
Mila, what you bring to the table?
I am the table, honey.
Jesus. Hey, watch that. I could have bet
you
my life.
You see that statement? But yeah, what I say, right?
Everybody that say I am the table. How much tables we have?
How much tables? How much?
First of all,
Every
You
girl is
see,
the table.
it's very
When
simple.
you say
You know,
you are
Every
the
girl is
table, yeah, you know, I know you, and I know you would have meaning to that. Most women tend to say, I am the table, and they don't have any meaning to that. So, okay, you are the table. So, what is the table exactly?
So first of all, if a man asks me what I bring to the table, I was gonna shoot that question right back. What you bring to the table? Because I ain't like, excuse,
Right.
you are coming to waste my time. If you say money alone, what you talking about? I not attracted to that at all.
Exactly.
At all. I think that's
Exactly.
corny. That's very corny. Because when you remove
Right.
the money, you're left with the man. What do you have?
Right.
But
No, don't get it twisted. The money is very important, because we cannot go to the grocery and say, hey, I am
I'm a
of
great person."
upstanding character. I am, you can't, no, we can't remove the money completely. But what I'm saying is, you can't make that your character trait. You can't make
Exactly,
that
yeah.
your only thing about you.
I'm not going to lie, guys. Hear this, right? My relationship with money over the years has become one of something a bit strenuous, right? And when I say strenuous, is that I have at a point like stopped bothering to even track gal when I said, okay, no, I'm not comfortable how I am financially. I
Right.
just started. And a lot of people get tapped
No,
with me
that's
because
a
I just
male
move
thing,
cool,
huh?
right? I know it's a male thing.
That's
I
a
know it's
male
because
thing,
because society pressure we will say the patriarchy.
I wouldn't even say the
put me-
patriarchy.
No, it is. Like we don't need to get too deep
Yeah.
with it, but it is, right? But what I'm saying is, right, okay, so I agree money is not the most important part. Don't get me wrong, money is not the most important part. But I think the issue that we have when it comes to, first of all, the most potent performance of masculinity now is financial capability.
Correct.
Because we have gone away from protector. Like really and truly, like most of us men will more than likely not be in a situation where we have to protect our girl from a physical fight.
I would hope so.
Most of us wouldn't. Like most of us, the majority of men would never be in that situation.
Yeah.
So the protector role is out. What we left with now, provider.
I agree.
Right.
And that is one of the most potent. Like when a woman talks about what a man could do, she doesn't necessarily mention money, you know. But because we live in a capitalist society, all the things that this woman might require does cost money. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And that really is. And some people would skip through all of that and just say, "I want a man with money."
Right. So remember earlier we was talking about, well, he mentioned why it is why a man shouldn't want to take care of a woman. Now, me personally, I do, but you as a man, let me ask you this, bro. Do you want to take care of a woman who is demanding it, or a woman who comes into your life, adds value to it, supports you when needed, these kind of things, and allows you to be your best self, and then you would feel like you know what, I need to take care of this woman.
Well, yeah, naturally, I've always said that it is a bit of a turnoff if any woman tells me that, hey, I have to pay you, you have to pay me to exist.
Exactly.
That's because that's essentially what
so when a girl come and leading with that foot, that is be a turn off. That is be, you know, that is be like.
But I also think that's a Twitter opinion, because like when women say things, when some women on social media say things like, I am the table. Not throwing a shot at you, but they're not actually saying anything.
Exactly.
If you understand what I'm saying, and a lot of people on social media, but we also are meant to blame for that, and I'll get to that. A lot of people on social media would say that they're worth something,
right,
based on how they look. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. It is really based on how the person looks. So if somebody is to lead and say to me, "Yo, I know my worth, and I have to, and I demand this, and this," right?
Right.
Now, I believe that a woman thinking, okay, no, let me go back. I remember what I wanted to say.
Right.
Laurie Harvey says, never forget use the prize, right? First of all,
oh God,
Laurie Harvey could say that, right?
Come on,
And let me not be naive as to why.
Obviously.
But let's move on to the next thing. I think there is value in a woman saying that she is the prize, because it means that you are setting standards for yourself,
right,
and you will not accept certain things beneath that.
right,
And everybody should have standards for themselves. However, if it is your woman saying that you are the prize, and then you tell yourself that because you're the prize, you do not have to meet the standards that you demand, and it doesn't have to mean fine, it doesn't have to mean imitator. I mean match. So, for example, not because I am making money, you have to make money. That it doesn't mean that.
No, it don't have. It don't
But
have,
if you think because you best, that you just deserve this, and you have no duty, no rule, no requirement, then definitely you're off to me.
Correct.
That's definitely like when you receive a prize, the prize is worth.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what it is. Like you actually now being a prize.
Then
you
gotta give a gold medalist a gold prize.
Exactly. And then the problem that has come from that is now when you are treated like only a prize, like then you start to find you're not respected. You're not this, you're not that.
No, if you're treated like a prize, it should be respected.
Yeah,
but what I'm
some men see a prize
as a property, not a prize.
Exactly.
As a property, then.
Some men see a gold medal as something to attain, and that's it. This is mine. You are now mine, a property.
Well, if it is no, like okay, a medal is something that you have to earn. Like if you buy a medal, it don't matter. But versus
some men buying a medal and celebrating.
No, well, it don't matter. But what I'm saying is but eventually the Olympic board is catch you on these steroids and they take it away. But you see something that you purchase. So if it is you fully transactional with a woman,
right,
then if you get treated like property, you cannot get vexed.
And that's the thing.
Once I pay for something, I own it.
Exactly. No, because some women tend to think that yes, I am the prize, and yes, or I want a man with money, and then when a man uses money alone to get them, they are comfortable, they are this, they are that, then they start finding things wrong, like he not respecting me, telling me shut up, your opinion don't matter, these kind of things. So,
well, again, yes, you see this thing, right?
It all depends on what standard you set for yourself. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, it's how, yeah, that is it.
But then you see the next thing too, to be real, I've never heard that in real life. I to be honest, like I've never a woman has never, and none of my female friends have
when
ever.
y'all were talking about that, I was thinking that's why I was kind of quiet, because I'm like, I don't know anyone actually, not to say that they don't exist, but I have never been surrounded by any woman that is like, oh, I need a man to take care of me. Like, no.
Yeah, like again.
So I tend to have friends and associates from all walks of life. So I hear some I just
hear some. Don't get me wrong, I just hear some crazy things like.
But you
like there's a voice note.
But what I'm
think about like this. You all saw the video of the voice note going around with the girl telling her friend, yeah, he just bringing real brands and and he have money and
No,
I know.
yeah, nah, milky. You understand? It have a voice not going around on social media.
It must exist.
It
where
will.
Where a man is
Milk
leading.
him.
Where, no, if a man
I
jump
mean, I
out the
just
gate-
always say, if a donkey want to get ridden for free, I had to ride it for free, you know. So it's not all the time you could want to talk about the woman, because it have men that does go about and flaunting their money and, you know, I could do this
True.
and I provide, and then when they meet the woman
True.
that matching them, then they want to go and say,
And
oh
say
my
she's a
God,
gold
she's
digger.
a gold digger, but
It's
that's
so
what you
funny.
presented to me in the beginning. So that's all. That is all.
Say in the beginning.
Can't just blame my
You
woman,
can't
man.
blame we as men
True.
are to blame, because I would say this. Let me go from the lowest level to the highest level. A girl pop out a picture on social media, ass
Right.
outside. Again, nothing wrong with that. I appreciate it. You mightn't get a double tap from me,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, I go look and I go say, hey, my girl,
Yeah.
and we
Not-
move, right?
Not me though.
Yeah. Shay don't do that. Shay up. It's just me. Shay don't do that.
Never.
Shay never does that.
Ever.
Sorry, I just zoned out. What? Denver does what?
Not so
Like going out at DM, you know?
No, we don't.
Like,
don't
like he say,
I was actually getting to my point. I didn't make my
yeah,
point. I
like
just
somebody,
say,
like
Sorry.
somebody post a pic with the ass out, and you were saying, yeah,
right. So
you
let me
go
get to the
watch,
point, right?
you go watch, but I was saying, and not me ever.
Yeah, guy. I'm saying that men are to blame for this at our point. So what I'm saying is, a girl go up, put up she ass up, nice picture. A man will be like, you know, my girl, you deserve the world. Based off what?
That ass, boy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We as men, we need to be real with ourselves. Or if women think their bar is low, men bar.
I mean, no
Bro.
offense, men, but men bar because men anything,
most
anyhow,
men-
it doesn't matter.
That's
Like,
what I'm
that's
saying.
just what
A
it is.
hole.
A lot of men
sometimes
bar
it have
is-
men
is-
who bar is a
Wherever
hole,
wherever hell is, it's a couple meters beneath that.
Like
That is what some men buy right
that's
now.
crazy.
And what I'm saying is that you can't be online telling a girl, my girl, you deserve the world, this and that. But I remember under the she's a hot girl. I can't remember she. I don't follow no hot girls unless they follow me as well, right? Cool.
Right.
She's a electrical engineer working TNTech as well, right?
Yes, police girl.
Come here. And she pop a picture of her in her TNTech uniform, whatever. And this guy
Sound like somebody I know,
this
yeah.
guy comments, yo, without you, there would be no light in my world or something like that.
Bro, men just be doing too
Men
much
is be
in
doing
the
the most.
comments.
No, but men is be
sus.
doing the most, right? But what I'm saying is, you cannot possibly know a woman's worth based on how she looks, dog. That is not actually possible. But that is what
That's not
essentially we
possible.
do.
That's not possible
But that's what we do.
to you. That's not possible to me.
No, but that's what
to
we do.
him.
Nah, but that's what we do. That's what men do. And then again, you might convince yourself, because again, you're not actually taking any time to talk to women. You're leading with money and you're flaunting. So if a woman milks you, yes, you deserve that. Because you didn't even take any time to talk. But Mila, let me segue into the next topic now, so we can go dwell on this. How do I really approach a woman online in 2023?
Good lord.
No, like
Bro,
just
bro,
be
bro,
yourself.
bro, bro. Just know. Chill. Listen, we need
I
to
could only speak.
understand.
I could only look at
Exactly.
I could only speak from my perspective. I
Exactly.
cannot speak for all women, because all women are the same, despite what people may seem, which is very offensive, by the way.
Send the shades
Classism
around.
is all the same. But honestly, my policy is just be yourself. Authenticity is my brand.
So we enter in the calm and sexy segment, right? From the time you put on the shades, your voice needs to get calm and sexy. We not raising because
Okay, let me pick the best
I
shade.
now get hype there.
Girl,
and-
wait now. Jeez, you're so pushy.
Because you see this topic here.
You can have a shades
I
there.
like this small. I like the.
You can have a shades there, dog.
Talk, this dog is the best and the worst simultaneously.
Same,
Peter,
same
please
way.
don't come for me. This is not animal cruelty. I love her, please.
I would say Nav is the worst and the best at the same time. All right,
Same
so,
time.
Mila, oh my days, be yourself. How much fellas you ignoring in the DM right now?
I don't ignore people. I'm so busy that I just don't get time to look at my DMs.
Oh, you don't get time.
How does the shades look?
Like it
Come
is
on.
ignore DMs.
Like
That's
the,
how the shades looking.
like the original. Hot
The
girl.
shades looks like it is ignore DMs. That's what
I don't
looking like.
actually don't. I just don't have time for that. unless you
Oh,
come in
so-
to talk to me about business,
So
then we could talk.
So
But
yeah,
other than
so-
that, I just reply to people though because I
Hey,
believe in
hey,
being
hey,
nice. Like
hey,
it's nothing.
hey,
If you complimented me, I'm
Mila,
like, thank
Mila,
you. You know,
Mila,
like her something.
Mila,
know
you
what?
gotta bring out your calm and sexy voice. You can't
Oh,
be
sorry,
doing
sorry.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
me-
so this is my common sexy voice.
Nice, we like it.
Yeah.
So me being myself.
Bring out the tell me what you like voice.
me being myself. So me being myself,
Yes.
going in your DMs and getting ignored,
Mm.
right? Do you think now I wouldn't be hurt and think, wait, me being myself does not work?
Well, that's not my problem. If yourself is not my vibe, then go for somebody who is your vibe.
Okay, so
It's as simple.
how-
Like
how would I,
mean,
know?
I mean-
See again, Jaime. How do I know that my vibe just not working?
just shoot your shot as many times,
Mm.
and somebody,
Wow.
somebody will grasp that net. They will grasp it.
So
And they will never let go.
So being persistent.
Fellas,
Can sometimes be annoying.
fellas do not follow anything. That was
And it
just said.
also it could be
anything.
unattractive because it's like
So in other words,
But
Mila
last
has
week when
no,
I said girl don't really know what they
Mila
want.
has no answer for us. That's what happened there. We learned
Remember
nothing.
remember what I tell you last week? Girl don't really know what they want.
Why does everybody say be yourself
So,
when we know good and damn well?
I wanna say something though because I was thinking about this
Go
the
ahead
other
and
day.
say it.
I was actually having a conversation.
Calm and sexy voice.
Calm
So,
and
like-
sexy.
So if you really wanna meet someone, social media is not the vibe.
Okay.
Because social media to me is a figment of one's imagination.
Amen.
And social media is just pieces of a very large puzzle. People post what they want, they post what they want you to see. You have people that posting that they have all the gold and all the jewelry, but they're sleeping on a mattress in
The
a corner
gold.
somewhere, right?
Damn.
So,
Jewelry,
you know, please,
please.
if you want to meet somebody, go out. Enjoy the real world.
Leave home.
Go somewhere.
See
Leave
the
your
world.
house. Leave your house, please.
Yeah, leave your house. Take a trip.
You know what?
Take a trip
Be a
somewhere.
rich. Be a rich nigga.
You know what? Well, yes, it's this thing has no one say.
That's social media.
I do think that I have to agree with social media might not be the place.
It's not like social media is not at all. I haven't met all of the people that I have met on social media, which is the far past because I don't entertain them things. But and they just
However,
dance.
here's what I want to say, right, Mila?
I don't like dance people.
Here's what I want to say, right? We also have to admit that the women I'm seeing on social media, I may not ever lie many places that they are. So social media may be my best option.
Maybe your
To
only
option to reach
Well-
out to the young lady that I like.
Well, that should be a clear indication that you probably aren't in these women's tax bracket if you're not able to be in the spaces that they are. Because I believe the women in these spaces want men who are also in those spaces. Shabalabala.
Oh my days, I want to sneeze, but I won't.
Yeah.
Make sure you sneeze. Is
A woman who
is
always in
cool
the
and calm
library.
and
I don't think she
hurt
wants
you.
a man who's but anyway, no, that's not my business. These things don't apply to me anyways.
all right, Mila. So tell me something.
Yeah.
Are you single at the moment?
You want to know something?
Bro, just now. Bro,
No.
just now.
Let me say this. Like, it's important, right? The
Yeah,
other
that's
day,
a yes or no question.
the other day I was at a meeting with
Just now.
some people, and they asked me, so when you start to do interviews, and some people ask you, like, if you're single, what are you gonna say? I'll just say this. Why does it matter? Does it matter? I mean,
In the context of the conversation, yes. Now, if it is, now, I understand exactly what you're saying. If it is, they ask you if you're single before the interview, then there's a problem.
what's
Because that shouldn't matter.
Because what's the reason?
No,
Like, what's the
but,
reason for
but no, but
asking
we
that?
have a context here. The context is, the reason why I'm asking if you're single is because I'm about to ask, okay, so what is the best way? What do you look for? If it is you have to meet people online or in real life, what do you look for now? Now, if you have a boyfriend, then
somebody had
Do
media
answer the
training.
question.
Listen, so let me tell you something, right? No, it's very simple. For me, if you know that you are not emotionally intellectual,
Right.
you cannot communicate, you cannot articulate, and I do not want to associate with you. So it's as simple as that.
Bars.
It's as simple as that.
Up to now, Million give you she calm and sexy voice yet. She on fire right
Y'all,
now.
I'm not a calm and sexy person. I'm sorry.
That's how she is.
Nah.
I'm really not
That's
a calm
how
and
she is.
sexy person. I really wish I was that girl. I really wish I was a dainty little thing,
Nah,
even
but
though I
you're-
look like
you're
that, but I'm
You're
not.
that girl in your own way when you applaud.
I don't do the soft life. I walk outside bare feet down kind of
You're
thing.
not walking, you're not walking
In the
into your
grass.
soft girl area at all.
No, not at all. I mean, I
For the right person, the person who.
no, it's not that. No, it's just like, what is a soft girl era? I think that's just so pretentious. Because it's just like you just exist like a prop, and you just like
Trophy.
so if you're not a soft girl, you're not a trophy.
Well, that's what
I-
these
I
girls
don't-
see when
I-
they say soft girl
I-
era trophy.
Yeah, I don't. The soft girl
Define-
era is like, you know, just like polished at all time.
Divine
Polished. I'm not
feminine
a
energy.
yeah divine feminine energy.
I had a friend. Well, let me read that earlier back in Greece. Not my friend. I have somebody who I know.
I know
Who
someone.
I know someone who was real spirit. I ain't even going to say nothing. I'm calm. And as soon as she started getting little invites to booze or one thing, all of a sudden, this hot girl
Bro, you see Buzo.
you know exactly what I'm talking
You
about.
see Buzo, bro.
Oh my god, Buzo, jeez. I personally feel
I went on a date in Buzo, bro, $700 minimum. No?
yeah,
Bro.
I think Buzo. I mean,
Bro,
Buzo,
yeah,
if
I-
in the future you want for hear me for ambassadorship, please do not hold this against me. However, I personally
Ain't going
feel
there. I
as
know they
though it's a bit overrated, and I personally like to have fine dining and not hear pots and pans knocking in the background.
Yeah, I live for
I
the
prefer
hype.
to have fine dining and be isolated
I
and
would
to
just-
feel like a
Personally, I
fine
live for the hype.
dined
I love
girl.
it.
Buzo, I would just like to let you all know that we don't share these opinions.
I love Buzo.
I love Buzo.
so
Nah,
much.
I mean, normal. They
I
have
went-
an amazing, like, pasta, salmon pasta is
Yeah,
good. But, like, for me personally, I just,
When last year when Buzo shared,
A while.
Okay,
Last year I
good.
carried my wife the exchange in
I went
Bricks.
Buzo this year.
Yeah, no. Last year I carried my wife to the exchange in at the Bricks for her birthday. And remember you were saying 700 Buzo? Double that
For what?
for dinner.
that's not bad.
$1,400 for dinner. He just said double. You don't want a man to be yourself. You want
Not double with slide pepper, you know.
take off the. All right, we off the calmness. Let me put walk with my glasses.
Okay, so it was both of
1,400.
y'all. What was it? Like what
It was her birthday, it was
Love.
occasion.
Okay, no. Okay, occasion, fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
I would
on a
gladly-
regulars now?
I would gladly throw
obviously not on
1,400.
regulars.
Let me tell you something.
Not a drug lord.
Let me tell you something. Right? I do like creative gifts, right? Like there was this one time, for Valentine's Day, I designed a card deck.
Oh wait, y'all didn't give any memo. I just
Well, you was the same attitude regardless.
Yeah, you didn't change.
Yeah.
guys. You get what you get with me, you know.
We
Me
appreciate
not fake
it.
and pretentious.
I made a deck of cards with like a bunch of different requests, and it's like valid through the month. That of course, if you use one for the month, you can't use that card again. So I had things like take you for ice cream, get a haircut because I Israel fault on the haircut sometimes.
Like I love that.
Right, buy a gift and all these different things. So I like creative gifts like that. However, if it is, what I'm saying is, we're going back to this whole thing about how they approach women, etc., etc. Bruh, going out, dating is for men is expensive. If it is, we going by the rules of. I believe that if I invite a woman out, I will pay because I invited her out. I will pay. But for a lot of fellas, that might be a little expensive. It depends now, bro. Because then you're rolling with some assumptions as well. Like, okay, what is a good, for example, Mila, let me ask you. What is a good first date? In your opinion?
In my opinion, I think anywhere that could spark our
Just
intimate
no.
conversation.
Shit, what's her name? Wait, you don't go? Shit,
Town restaurant.
I've never been to town.
Never
restaurant.
been to
Ah,
town?
good first date.
Nah,
No,
I think anywhere that because I'm a pretty simple girl. I'm very simple.
So doubles with
I think
slide.
no.
No apple J, no.
No.
She said simple,
So-
not basic.
Come on, you better recognize. So like for me, the perfect first date is go get food, like it could be
Right.
fast food, it could be sushi. Nah, you get sushi and go park up somewhere with a nice view. Could be Paramin, could be
Nice.
whatever, and just park up and just talk because I want to have
Wait,
intimate
I
moments
tell
with
you.
you. I really go into restaurants and
Mila
like
DMs
too much
finna be lit.
distractions.
No, but like,
I-
that's how I bag my ex with that same strategy.
No,
Yeah,
no,
like
sushi
Food
that.
and
and
a
Paramin.
sushi
Nah,
and
but
a
that's-
view.
that's before-
Sushi and a
that's
view
Yeah, no, view.
undefeated.
Like
That's
let me
before
know.
Paramin
Let me
was-
know if you're a great conversationalist because it's like I don't want no distractions because
but-
then
yeah,
that
but-
will
yeah,
determine
but
if I
Mila-
want to see you again.
Mila Paramin is a normal thing for you because you had to get a driver to go up Paramin. You had to be a driver to go up there.
I mean, it do. She just
I like-
saying
I like all the way to
Paramin.
the top,
I
all the way to
hope
the top.
Paramin is not a normal thing because,
Yeah.
bruh,
No, like all the way to the top.
Nah.
All the way to the top is what you're talking about? Like Sodo?
that is actually an expensive date because
Nah,
gas
gas,
ain't
yeah,
cheap,
gas
my
whipping
boy.
right now. But so, you talking about like Sodo all the way up? Where
I
does
don't really
Lavinji
know
is
the ins
now?
and outs and nitty gritty of the Paramins, but I'll just know like Paramin or go not the lookout. Lookout is overrated. Like, come on, boo. You know where I have a really, really nice view? My
Tell me,
friend
tell
took
me.
me there the other day, one of my girlfriends and her boyfriend.
Specify.
Laugh until.
Yeah.
No!
No, like,
No.
no, bruh. No, for real.
No, Lavantil has a great
No,
view.
let
Without
me
a
tell you
doubt,
something.
Lavantil has a
Let
great
me
view.
tell
You
you
know what's
something,
funny?
right?
I am
He
from
is
Lavantil.
from
I am from
there.
Lavantil, so I know.
So I am someone I'm very connected to nature and stuff, right? So
What I do, nature?
Stop,
no.
relax.
I'm very
Go ahead,
connected to nature and stuff. And one of the places that I also like to go, there's a place in Mount Hope. Amazing view. Like you get to see the landscape of Trinidad. And
That
there's
is-
this one spot in Lavantil.
Mount Hope or
I-
Mondo?
Where is Mount Dore? Close to Mount Hope? Up in the hills.
Champlain.
Do you turn off?
Champlain,
Do you
yeah.
turn off? Do you turn off by Carib Brewery or by SBCS when you go into this view?
SBCS.
Okay, well, yeah, Champlain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Champlain, right? Oh my
I think I
God,
know what you're talking about,
exceptional
yeah.
view.
That's
But
by
that
the
view-
high rise,
so-
the AGC housings in the back, up in the back there. Well, they have some high rise buildings there, decent condos.
Yeah. So back to Lavantil. So when I went to that view, I was like in awe because I was so captivated by the beauty that dwells within that area. And we know Lavantil have like the stigma, we know whatever. But at the end of the day, is like that landscape,
Yeah.
top quality.
If the
It
rich
don't have
folks- if the
anywhere in
rich
Trinidad
folks-
that you're getting a view like that. I mean, it have a lot of amazing views in Trinidad, but that view,
and so close
Wow.
to the city. If the rich folks get a whole of that.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what. Yeah, my
it's
friend.
over.
But
Be trying,
that
but-
ain't gonna happen.
But which part of Levant?
I don't know Lavantil. That's the first time I've ever been to Lavantil. I don't know.
Did you when you go to the highway, let me say going from town to the highway, did you make a left by the
I
marker or
don't know.
wall
I
piece?
don't
Okay,
know.
so you don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, because that had to be real specific. Let me not just throw out a blanket Lavantil and send people.
Right. Honestly, you could throw a blanket lavender. It's
I-
just that I don't know where to go
I
because
really don't
we
know.
That's
will
literally what I
buy.
just say.
Well, what's in
Don't
it?
just throw it
We will buy Akeem, right? Akeem does live where again? Where I can't remember. In some buildings there as well, right? And he was like, Ole, come and see this, right? 5.2 Akeem. We were there and he carried us to the top of the building. And well, it was getting kind of dark, so it was a crazy view, and I
No,
was like,
Lavantil has,
"Dog,
has the best views.
I
this
can't wait to build my house there because
Levant?
you're going in Levant."
All right, cool. We move. No discrimination. I like I said, I'm from Levant. So I know about the views.
Facts.
Like the first time I really went up in the hills of Chumac. The views, bro.
of
When I-
of Chuma
Chumac, yeah.
Chuma.
Yeah, no, Lavantil is I mean, right, yeah, in the hills of Chumac. The views are amazing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, but producer now give me
yeah.
the
you get the
signal to rap, right?
Yeah.
But so Mila has told us her perfect first date, which is
Mhm.
essentially the food and the fuselage.
Mila,
I could add something else to
Add
that
something,
date,
add
but
it,
I'm
add
not
it.
gonna add it for
What's the next
certain
thing?
reasons.
What's the next thing? Whoa, this is
Exactly.
this is for as well. You have to give us. You have to give us
If the conversation go good,
a massage, perhaps.
No. A little something. A little. So I love the herbal tea.
A little tea.
that deep. Yeah, what we call after 12.
Some psychedelics. That's what you're saying. All right, we got you.
I thought it was that deep after 12 conversation, like all the time before 12. It's like, yeah, so what's your favorite color? And then after 12, it's like, yo, I kill a man once. and
I
I'm
mean,
like,
honestly,
nobody
I
know.
went on a first date and I mean,
Bro,
like
a
he
first
told
date?
me, like he just went straight into it. He let me know, like it wasn't one no killing and things. Yeah, you know,
Niggas
yeah,
died.
man. But like it was like, you know, and I just appreciated the honesty. And I mean, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, when you really hear something like a little, it's really
because it takes guts to be real and raw because
That's
everybody
true.
wants to be pretentious on a first date because I mean a lot
Everybody
of the
wants to
times
put out the
y'all are
person.
men and women. I want to give all your tip here,
talk to them.
right? And you all going to agree with me.
Serious. There
Let
we
me
go.
see.
When you meet a man, ladies, please do not tell a man what you like and what you don't like and how you want to be treated. Because men have a thing where they could alter themselves to be the type of man, like the type of man that you want. They have that special power. And then
I never do that.
No, like these things happen, and then after a while, when the quote unquote honeymoon phase passes, then they start to show their true selves. And yeah, like men have that superpower. So it's just like be quiet and don't talk about
See what he
like
about.
yeah, like let him show you exactly who he is. Like
Right,
don't
right.
do that. I've spoken to I have a lot of male friends, and they let me know, yeah, like we could alter ourselves to be exactly who you want
But
us
what
to be.
if-
Fam, anybody can do that. I
Exactly.
don't think that's a male thing. Anybody
Exactly.
can do
But
that.
what if, right? Hear this. What if in talking to you, we realize the type of person you are without
I
you
don't- I- I
realizing?
don't
No,
think-
that's
think
fine
that-
because it shows that you are observant and like all of these other things. But to like go out, so I don't like when somebody do this, and I don't like this, and I don't like this, and
Bro,
in my
Adam-
past relationship, this happened, and thing, and this, and like,
Bro.
no,
I had a brethren
shoe fly.
who bought a gold chain, a big gold chain, to bag
This
a
tea?
ghetto girl. No, it doesn't.
Cause I'm feeling like a little
Nah,
light
it
now,
really
like,
doesn't. It really doesn't. It really doesn't.
what the tea?
Yeah.
No, this. I mean, it's not in Boston. This tea
it's calming.
is yeah.
Cause it's like I'm literally
What
feeling.
is going on with Navi?
Now
Yeah,
we
that-
probably get out a sip of the
Navi,
tea.
come here.
Nah, trust me. My tea collection is. I mean, listen. My whole MO, my whole modus operandi is about calmness and comfort. Right. I learned in my 20s that it is never about acting dominant or hyper masculine with women. It's all about making them feel comfortable.
Watch now.
And I have modeled
Fighting.
most of my life.
All of this
to-
alpha
Right.
talk. Anytime a man tell you that he's an alpha male, run. That's
Alpha,
a red flag.
but
I
alpha-
don't want no man
alpha-
that
but-
you don't need to say that
You
you're an
shouldn't have
alpha.
to
Like
say you're an
excuse?
alpha,
No.
But
correct.
also, even if you were to take the concept of alpha seriously, it shifts. You cannot be an alpha in every situation. It's not
Facts.
possible because, for example, if it is we doing video production, I might be the alpha, but when we reach any comedy tent, Shay is the alpha.
Correct.
I wouldn't be able to talk over Shay in a comedy setting. You understand what I'm saying? And if we sing in our soca, then Mila now becomes the alpha.
Correct.
I never sing no soca in my
I'm
life.
not even soaking anything musically. I like to only up
No. Don't say anything. No. Don't say anything musically.
But don't say that.
Don't say
Don't
anything
say that.
musically. I am
Okay,
I am
bust
a
down.
student of music. So don't.
okay,
So I
pass
study
that
I
hit you
study
with that
music.
old boys thing,
I
man.
study music top to
And you
bottom.
study it, but I was born God. I get my study from God Himself. Eh? And
God-
no
God-
one knows
God-
that could
God-
challenge God.
God,
The name
God,
of Jesus.
God put
Yes.
me in the position to learn, so you can't challenge God either. You understand what I'm saying?
But hear this now, like.
Nah, but we not arguing, but yeah.
Nah, yeah, of course not. So do you alpha, right? Alpha males. So this is a serious question. Do you think that a man who wears dresses, he is no, he's not. He's a straight man, right? A man who finds
Sorry, my bad.
a man who wears dresses or a man that paint. Okay, not dresses. Like that's a bit extreme, right?
Yeah.
A man who paints his nails. Do you think that that man can be an alpha male?
Well, first of all, I need to say that again. My concept of alpha is
It
that
kind of
alpha
brings
is
it
shift.
back. It kind of brings it
No,
back.
alpha-
And I
alpha shifts.
I just wanted to make sure that his point didn't sway now because okay.
No,
yeah.
alpha always shifts. The whole pay. First of all, you have to remember, right? I do business what other men do. Like we need to say, and I'm not saying
Right.
that for brownie points.
Right.
I genuinely, unless you are my brethren, I do not
brownies.
make myself concerned with what other
Exactly.
men. As a matter of fact, people in general, I don't concern myself with what people do.
Right.
Now, I will never see a man painting nails and get. why do you get offended by the actions of other
somebody
people? Like in
else.
general,
This
though.
is
Like
me.
in general.
This
It's
is me.
projection. It's
And
projection.
I mean, some people
Insecurities.
may call me. Some people have actually called me way Jimmy Lirel woke, and I said no. I kind of just don't care. It had nothing to do with me
And that's it.
wanting to be an activist.
Bro, I have
A
a
man,
brethren.
because okay, and I just want to finish the point.
Yeah.
If we are in the fashion industry, because no matter what you say as a man, we all look
Yep.
involve ourselves in some way in fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And if the man who had the most fashion is probably homosexual and painting nails, he's still the alpha in that situation.
Correct.
Because we wouldn't know more about style than him.
Correct.
Full stop.
Hear this, right? As you're on topic. A brethren of mine, right? He played football all over the world, right? And somebody did the same thing. Like, if a man wearing a dress and thing, or like, where's do? He's like, bro, I lived in Europe. You don't understand. You wouldn't understand it until you go there and see how the world is. You say, why did I allowing myself to be bothered by what them doing? Like that is their choice.
But
and
even
and he ended there. And I
But
find
even
out so
self,
cool.
the action itself is not offensive. It's not, to me, it's not something that I have to consciously shift my mind to
Yes,
ignore.
but
Like
the Caribbean
I don't know, the
mindset-
Caribbean is conservative, it's a conservative mind. But what I'm
Correct.
saying is, even if I see a man wearing a dress and painting his nails, like, bro, even if somebody who I would traditionally consider a man tells me, yo, my pronouns is she, her, which actually has happened to me.
Right.
I like it does not throw me off. And again, I'm not saying it to sound woke. It's just that okay.
Yeah.
Like that's it now. I don't know
Yeah.
if I don't know if I too much in my head about what I want to achieve.
Right.
And I just so focused on that. But like
Right.
it don't make me feel way boy, they're threatening the fabric of society. Like it really does not matter
like
to
you
me.
don't want
now.
to wage war on them.
That's what I'm saying. Like it does not.
Yeah.
It genuinely does not matter to me. So I you know, and even though I do involve myself in discourse that does go deep, like on this top level, it does not bother me though.
Right,
And
right.
if that person happens to be a person who is leading a team that I am on, I am not going to say, well, sir, because you are wearing a dress and painting nails, you do not have the authority to tell me what
lead
to do.
me.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we had a wrap. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank Mila Karib. We definitely need to have Mila Karib on again
For
because
sure, for sure.
and
for
to
sure.
tell us exactly where 11 till she went. That's one of the main things.
Also, she never answered the question when she said
Facts. She didn't, but we move.
But I just wanna say something. Y'all guess to say I'll close in something.
Come
We ain't done yet? We ain't done yet? Yeah. We just said we're wrapping. Yeah. Go ahead.
Say
Go
we
ahead.
done. You close us.
Closing remarks. Close we
Okay, so I just want to say thank you so much for having me.
Right.
I had no idea what I was walking into. I had no idea what the topic was about.
Right.
This
We
is
didn't
very-
either, to be honest.
Yeah, this is very different for me. You know, I just finished my media tour, so I'm just accustomed to questions about myself. So it's refreshing to just have a open conversation about whatever else,
About what
you know?
you think rather than
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I appreciate you all for your time. I appreciate you for the tea, even though the tea, making me feel woozy. But yeah.
You're good. Don't worry. Just
Yeah,
stand up
yeah.
and you'll be fine. The
All
whole-
of y'all that watching, make sure and tune in to give me the Caribe. We about to do it
Just
big
point
and
down.
large.
Yeah.
So
Instagram-
your
Instagram
will
finna be
magically
right
pop
there.
your Instagram will
Yeah,
magically
it's
pop
gonna
up.
be
If you
large,
point it
large,
down.
large.
Boom.
A lot of big things this year. Really big
Amen.
things. Yep.
All right. I would like to say that this has been
This has been
for
is law.
the show that goes.
The extra inch.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. See you all next week. I know you didn't have 4 on the couch today, but
Yeah, sometimes trees law.
sometimes 3 just has to be.
Yeah, tree just
Yeah.
has to be
All right,
for
guys.
free,
We are out.
but not for me. Maybe for she.